killer.
Thank you.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Matt Hillel. I come from Denton, Texas. I've played for roughly 10 years, and that's about it. Played Strat for about 6 or 7 years and couldn't quite get the desired tone that I wanted. I was never happy with the bridge pickup on my Strat, so we took one of my Strats and put a Telecaster bridge pickup in the back and actually put a sweeper blend pot on it, and after that I was hooked.
Yeah.
And so after that we slowly played on that for probably about a year, and I kept coming back to Chris with small issues that I had, and he would slowly suggest little minor things to me, and we slowly worked our way up to building this custom guitar. And he basically guided me to the end result. We worked our way into it and figured that I wanted a Telecaster sound. I enjoyed the natural sound of a Stratocaster, so we incorporated the middle pickup, and he offered to sell me the Brent Mason special here, and we put the Gibson pickup in it. And after about a year of picking parts out and working through the motions, we came up with this guitar here, and I couldn't be more happy with it.
Awesome. So at what point did you kind of realize that, you know, you had so many guitars but still you were looking for something else or something more?
Well, I realized that when I would go to Guitar Center and go there probably once a week, every week, and I never could find what I wanted. And a lot of it was out of my price range. So a lot of this right here is just a budget, pushing a budget as far as you can go and ending up with something excellent. Right,
but of course, in the guitar itself, there's nothing budget about it. I mean,
well, a lot of it was I wanted a certain type of finish, which the guitar I was desiring was a 1952 reissue Telecaster, which was out of my wheelhouse price range at the time. So basically, throughout a lot of trial and error and telling Chris what I liked and what I didn't like, we came up with a nitro finish with a play off of a 1952 guitar, but I customized it a little bit to my likings and my look. But that was one thing that I couldn't get with the 1952. If I went out and bought a 1952 reissue guitar, I basically would have brought it to Chris and had him rewire the neck pickup, and we basically would have started at ground zero. So I just didn't see the point in buying a guitar that I was going to modify again.
Right, spending all the high dollar just to put more high dollar stuff in it.
Yeah.
Better to just start out with what you want from, like you said, from ground zero. So on this one, we went with, being that you didn't want to spend, you know, thousands of dollars. You know, I remember I had this, actually how we kind of differed a little bit was going with this hard ash body, where, you know, there's a lot of mixed reviews about using hard ash as opposed to the traditional swamp ash. The main difference is just the weight, but I think after getting this guitar in our hands, we realized that the weight aside, the tone made up for having a heavy guitar, because the tone is just killer.
Definitely.
So we got a two-piece hard ash body with a typical traditional tele construction, and it features my favorite hardware from Glendale Guitars, actually here out of Arlington. So we've got this nice Glendale traditional ashtray style bridge, and you can see it's custom. It's got the two brass saddles on the E and the B and the G and the D, and then we went with aluminum, which gives you a little bit more bite and spank on the low E string for that nice twang, and then it's got holding that nice Seymour Duncan vintage Stackford tele pickup that's got some different wiring options that you can do with a push-pull pot. And so we basically went with the kind of Brent Mason style setup with the telly in the bridge, the Strat in the middle, and the mini humbucker in the neck. And we've got the custom 3-control telly plate instead of the normal 2. So then we got the maple neck on the separate maple fretboard, the vintage style Goto tuners, bone nut, and a custom clear acrylic pick guard that allows you to kind of put whatever you want behind it. Right now we got this kind of cool paisley fabric behind it, so totally a custom guitar. And why don't you tell me a little bit about the different tones that you like and the different options that you can get with it, and how it's different from any of your other guitars.
Where I spend most of my time is I like to turn the neck pickup on a little bit in the Gibson humbucking position, and I roll that Strat in just a little bit to take the bottom end out and hold on. What was it doing? It just has a really solid sound that
Yeah.
you can dig into, and honestly, the sky's the limit with this thing. You can play Telecaster stuff and honky tonk, or you can play a Pink Floyd Stratocaster sound, or you can play muddy blues, or you can play happy blues. You can play just about anything you want on this guitar. I couldn't be more happy with it.
Cool. Well, appreciate you talking to me a little bit about it,
Definitely.
and hope you continue to enjoy it for many, many years to come.